Hey guys, welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'm going to be making my ultimate oxtail black bean soup. So as usual, as you all know, whenever I go through a specific cuisine in school, I always bring it to my channel. This past week was Caribbean week and we did a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I decided to bring this recipe to my channel. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and start searing off my oxtails. I didn't put a lot of oil in the pan because the oxtail has a lot of fat on it, so you won't need a lot of oil, but you want to make sure you really brown your oxtails. And of course I'm gonna salt and pepper these, so get them all in there. I'm doing 3 batches. I have about 4 pounds of oxtail. And I'm going to brown them up, salt and pepper them really good. And then we're going to move to the next step. Over. See this? This is too light. You need to get like, there we go. It needs to be way darker than this. So I'm going to leave it for a couple of more minutes. Now that I'm done browning my oxtail, I'm putting in here 6 garlic cloves, 1 large onion chopped, 2 sprigs of celery, and 1 medium carrot. That's all that's in here. You're going to saute these until they get really soft. Add your salt and pepper to this too. You're going to salt and pepper every layer. My vegetables cooked down for me the way I like it. Now I'm going to add a ½ pound of black beans, which is half of the 1 pound bag. Down in there, mix this up. Color is gorgeous. I think I'm going to use some more black beans. Just go on ahead and use the whole bag of black beans. So that's 1 pound of black beans. My pot is getting crowded, but I'm going to make it work. To this, I'm going to add about 10 sprigs of fresh thyme. Deseeded, I took the seeds and the ribs out of my habanero peppers, and I have 2 of them going in here. Then I'm going to add half of my oxtail back because I am making 2 pots of soup. So if you have a big enough pot to do all your oxtails, go right ahead. By the way guys, don't worry about the shape and sizes of your vegetables and peppers because all of this is going into the food processor. We're going to blend this soup up, except for the oxtail meat, so don't worry about that. Then I'm going to go in here with about ½ quart of beef stock. And then I'm going to go in here with about 3 cups of water. Cover this up. And then you're going to put this on low and let it go for about 3 hours, 2-3 hours. And then we're going to move on from there. If you have a pressure cooker or again a bigger pot, then feel free to use it. And yeah, so cover this, let it go 2-3 hours, stir it every 30 minutes or so to make sure your vegetables and beans are not sticking on the bottom. So I'm going to do some fried plantains to go on top of my soup. This is a green plantain. They're pretty hard to peel, so I don't think I'm gonna, okay, this one is coming off for me. And I'm just gonna marinate it in some salt, pepper, and garlic. Okay, I'm going to finish peeling this and then I'm going to show y'all what I do. So I sliced my plantain on a bias like this. Now I'm going to add some sesame oil. You're probably asking why, but that's just what I want to do. Like a teaspoon or so of sesame oil, 3 cloves of garlic, pepper. I season everything, guys. It doesn't need seasoning, but I season everything. I don't like bland food. And some salt. And just let this marinate in the fridge, on your counter, wherever, until you're ready to fry them up at the end. Alright you guys, so 3 hours later and my oxtail is cooked and falling off the bone. The beans are cooked. I took the meat out of the soup because I'm going to wait for it to cool down so I could take all the meat off the bone. Now I'm going to puree the soup. And by leaving like some chunks in it, you don't want like baby food, but you do want to puree the soup. So that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm gonna start putting my soup in the food processor. Remember to be careful, guys, because the soup is hot. You can let yours cool down if you want. I'm just not gonna wait. So that's why I'm gonna do this step while the meat is cooling so I can handle it later. And just go halfway up your food processor. You could definitely do this in a blender or Vitamix if you have one. That's fine. Cover this up and pulse it. Now I have my soup all pureed up. The soup is super delicious and I'm happy it came out just as good as it did when we were in class. So now we're gonna season this up. I'm going to add all the oxtail. I took it all off the bone. I'm gonna add all the oxtail in. Yum, 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 yum. Then mine's needed some salt, so I'm going to put some salt. Like I tell y'all all the time, make sure you taste your food as you go. The juice of half of 1 lime. Get it all in there. And about 4 tablespoons of finely chopped cilantro and pepper. Stir this up. Get it all combined. You're gonna let this simmer for maybe 10 minutes. If you don't like your soup as thick, you can definitely thin it out with some more beef stock or some water. It'll all work. But I can't wait to dig in. 10 more minutes. Now I'm going to fry the plantains up. Look at all that oxtail meat. But yeah, these are the plantains that I'm like shallow frying in my skillet. I'm probably gonna fry them about 5 minutes on each side until they're golden and crispy. And that's going to also be a topping on the soup. Now I'm gonna put together topping number 2. I'm gonna put some sour cream. Also on top of my soup, I'm just gonna put sour cream in my bowl with maybe a teaspoon of lime juice. It's gonna be like a white slurry on top of the soup. So I'm gonna stir this up really, really well. Yeah, about the juice of half of a lime to about a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Now, I'm finally gonna plate up the soup. It took me forever, I know, but good food takes time. So I'm just gonna ladle it in here. See all those big pieces of oxtail all throughout the soup. If I could get this ladle to work, maybe I could put more soup in my bowl. Yum. Oh, I know y'all see all that oxtail. Take this time to sprig out. So this is what the soup looks like. All I did was put the sour cream mixture we did earlier in the middle with the scallions and some red peppers. The sour cream definitely gives the soup a pick-me-up and a kick. And yeah, I put the plantain around the edges. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I definitely did. You know, I made it in class. I didn't have time to get as much as I wanted to, so I made it at home. And it's super delicious. I love it, and I can't wait to dive in. If you give this recipe a try, please be sure to tag me on my Instagram. By the way, my Instagram is _Mesha's_corner. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time on my next video. Okay.